You forgot something.
Hi.
Hi. How did it go today, Ken?
Pretty good. I found an answer.
To what?
Well, you remember today we were talking about how many people in the world need help and how we all feel so helpless and everything. Well, Don Butler talked to me about the combined federal campaign, and I begin to see that giving is one way that we, and it's an easy way, that we can really do something. See, when we give, we're really there when a kid's hungry, or when an old person is alone and afraid, and we're doing something about drugs and the problem of alcoholism, and we're holding families together when times get hard. You know, the idea of giving is built into this nation. We don't do it because it's a law that says we have to. We do it because we care about people. It may be a long journey to the place where everything's right in this nation. And I know it starts right here, inside each one of us. I guess giving to the CFC is a little like giving back to others a little bit of the great love that's been given to us all.
You go wandering, stumbling, tumbling round, round.
Hey, Mom, Dad's home!
When will you find?
That's why I've signed my card. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. 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 Thanks. I would like to step out of my role as Eddie Scott and speak to you as Martin Balsam. In making this film, I came to realize that Eddie Scott stands for a great many very real people. Now, you could change the details, but it wouldn't make any difference. The combined federal campaign services and programs would still be there serving people, not only in this country, but around the world. And that is why I want to urge all of you to use the payroll deduction plan and pledge your fair share now. Your one pledge does make a difference. So this year, don't leave it to the other guy. Give your fair share to the combined federal campaign. I thank you, and all the Eddie Scotts will thank you.
This is just one day in John Nolan's life. It's just one day in all our lives. But what you do today, right now, can be the most important day of the year for millions of people who need the help you can give. If you listen, maybe you can hear them saying thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honest, Don. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
On behalf of all the people who are helped and all the agencies that serve, I'm Charlton Heston, asking you to give your fair share pledge to the combined federal campaign. Thank you.
You've just seen some of the hundreds of agencies that serve people across this country and around the world. But there's so much more you didn't see. So many more that need your support. There's family counseling, therapy for the mentally ill, programs to bring help to the alcoholic and the drug addict. There's a tremendous demand, you know, for nursing care, medical clinics, programs for child guidance, rehabilitation and adoption. But these programs don't only serve the sick, the poor, and the handicapped. They serve you and me. By giving, we make our lives better, our communities better, better places to live in. And we're all of us better human beings when we care for each other. Now, with the combined federal campaign, one pledge through payroll deduction provides the most effective way to give. You're assured that the overhead costs are the lowest possible, and you're making all the work of the human care agencies happen all year long. You're all doing it. You've all seen it. But you know, there's one thing wrong. There aren't enough of us. That's why I'm asking each of you to join with us in the combined federal campaign. Don't leave it to the other guy or the other girl. Make your fair share pledge now. And a lot of people will be saying, thank you. Thank you.
Contributions keep working the year round. You know, history has taught us when we no longer care about each other, civilization will wither and die. We are all members of the global community, and we shall rise or fall together. Harry Truman, Teddy Roosevelt, and Will Rogers. They weren't do-gooders. They were realists. They knew that world order and peace can only be achieved through an awareness of the basic needs of others. We are all interdependent. So when we give, we also receive. Please give freely. Your neighborhood and the whole world will be a better place to live in. Give your full share. You'll be glad you did. And I want to thank you for allowing me the privilege of being part of this combined federal campaign.
Thank you very much.
Well, how does it feel?
What?
How does it feel to help somebody?
Oh, it feels good. It really feels great.
Thank you, Dave, very much.
You know, what impressed me was that more than 90% of the funds raised by this campaign go directly to the agencies to help all these people.
That's right. That's one of the reasons I became a volunteer. It's a terrific system. Dave, tell the truth now. It feels good to be a part of it all, doesn't it? I know. And can you imagine how wonderful the people feel who are helped because of you?
Yes, Anita, I can.
Oh, and with this, our department is now over the top.
A final word. Your contribution to the combined federal campaign is not going to change your life, nor will it change the world. But it will help save lives. It'll help ease pain and suffering. It'll bring aid and comfort and hope. Hope to thousands of people all over the world. Your gift will help keep the dream of a better world alive. That's why what you do now, individually, counts so very much. Because without your individual expression, without your personal force for good as expressed through your pledge, there can be no help nor hope for anyone. Without you, there can be no dream. Will you help? Will you help because you want to? In your heart, you already know you have to.
As a federal employee, you personally have an opportunity to make a difference through this one federally authorized combined federal campaign. And you are assured that 98 cents of every dollar you give goes to the agencies to help people. By your tax-deductible contribution through payroll deduction, you can give more to help more people in an effective and efficient way. That's the end of this special report. Let's not kid ourselves. Much of the news this year will be bad. Stories about catastrophes and disasters, burning buildings and rising crime. But through your support of the combined federal campaign, every time you see a bad story, you can remind yourself that there are good stories, better stories, taking place every day because of you. I'm asking you to be part of the combined federal campaign to make your payroll deduction pledge now, and to join with all the other very special people that have brought you this very special report. For the combined federal campaign, this is Frank Reynolds. Thank you.
One nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. America. Americans, the most diverse people on earth. But for all the things that make us different, what is it that holds us together? What makes us a nation? Is it patriotism, democracy, freedom, justice, love of liberty? Well, I'm sure all of those things, but there is something more. It's a different kind of love. I'm Leslie Nielsen, and this is a time of great concern in the world, in our nation. Recession, inflation, energy crisis, all taxing our way of life, and some people are questioning America's capacity to care, to give. And I'd like you to hear from some people, Americans, your neighbors, or fellow employees perhaps, who believe that the best way to solve problems is to tackle them. People who are part of a stronger urging, a deeper commitment, a feeling about this country, what it represents. They're asking you to join with them to become part of a campaign that is dedicated to reaching out to people who need us. And they're here to remind us that we don't ignore people who need help. They are the men and women of the armed forces, and from the largest departments to the smallest commissions of the federal government. Their campaign is a combined federal campaign.
The people you've just seen are all recipients of the services and agencies of the combined federal campaign. Through your support, these services are made possible all year long for so many. I know there's something special in each one of you. No matter how hard the times, you will not turn your back on people who need your help. It's this spirit that has made this a great nation and Americans a great people. This is Chuck Connors asking you to make your voluntary pledge now through payroll deduction, to be a part of that special group of people, the men and women in your department, in your community, and your country, who are reaching out to help others through the combined federal campaign. You are America's heroes. You are the winners. This film is dedicated to all of you who have given to CFC on behalf of all the people you helped. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rocky Bleier, and I'm here in the nation's capital to invite you and all members of the armed forces and all federal employees to be part of a new combined federal campaign. You know, when I was asked to be spokesman for the CFC, I was really honored because I know the importance of this campaign to the millions of recipients of the services made possible by CFC agencies. And I know the men and women of the armed forces and all the federal departments who make this campaign possible. We're all part of the spirit that has made this country the greatest in the world. You know, we've been tested many times as a nation, and it really didn't make any difference what generation you were part of, or the time, or the place. Whatever the odds, Americans pulled together and pulled through in wars or emergencies, natural disasters, or in helping our communities and our neighbors. We have always been a people who care. You know, it's been a team effort where everybody counts. No one of us can do it alone. In this ball game, everybody gets a chance to carry the ball. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, sweetheart. Can I have that? Hey, thanks, champ. You know, the CFC is working from one end of this country to the other and around the world. To show you what I mean, I'm going to pass to some of our great teammates who are part of the combined federal campaign across this country. Here we go.
I've been a part of a great football team for 10 years, but I'm here today to invite you to join me on another team, to meet another challenge, the challenge of making this a better world for all of us. I want to welcome you because all of you are part of this year's combined federal campaign. You represent the agencies, departments, and branches of the federal government. You play an important role as volunteers and contributors who make this campaign possible. And I want to thank you for inviting me to this meeting. I consider it an honor to be chosen as this year's CFC spokesman. I've always believed that we should help one another, and I know the importance of this campaign. As federal employees, you all give of yourselves every day in the form of services to people. And over the years, federal employees have given millions of dollars to help others through the combined federal campaign. You've given, not because you've had to, but because you want to. No one is looking over your shoulder. What you give and how much you give, that's up to you. I believe the CFC is a team of people who care. I've always been a team player, and I'd like you to join this team and be a part of this campaign. And now I'd like you to meet a very special child, Caroline Lee. Come here, sweetheart. Come on. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Say hi to everybody. Hi, huh? You've seen only a few of the millions of people who are helped every day by your gift. On behalf of Caroline and all those who need your help, I want to ask you to reach out and help those who are less fortunate. You've got to believe that together we can do anything. Thank you, Caroline. And thanks to all of you for what you do for love. Have a hug.
And I won't forget what I did for love.
These people a second chance. It's people who believe in the promise of life. People like you who give generously in their pledges to the combined federal campaign. The gift you make today will help all year long in the event of a natural calamity or a personal tragedy, both in your neighborhood and around the world. The stories you have just seen were possible because of the generosity of people like you. And thanks to you, millions of others in need are making it. Your support makes this world a better place every day for everyone. I promise you that. Thank you.
See the promise.
But there are so many stories just like these and others just waiting for you to make the difference. And that's why I'm here and why we're asking for your commitment today, because when it comes to helping people, it all comes down to every one of us. So let's work together to bring hope and inspiration to others.
What a difference you made in my life. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made.
By making a contribution and saying yes today to someone in need, you can make all the difference in the world. Thanks.
What a difference you made in my life.
And positive thinking. That and the help of others has allowed me to overcome personal tragedy in my own life. Every one of us needs support and encouragement, and your contribution to this campaign is just that, the support that someone needs to achieve that otherwise impossible goal. The CFC needs your support right now. Please give to the combined federal campaign.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I'd like to be.
thank you for everything you've done for me.
Thank you.
What does it mean when you volunteer your time and contribute to others? Well, in my book, it means you too are a real-life hero. And I want to thank you for that.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
The world has changed. The people don't care as much about each other anymore. But I don't buy that. Not when it comes to a country like ours, and not when it comes to people like you. Americans are still pitching in to help others, whether it's across the ocean or across the street. And that's why I'm asking you to give through the CFC, and to thank you for making this world a better place for all of us, every day.
I hope when you decide this will be your guide, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you.
Thank you.
And me. You just wait, and see.
Thank you.
Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
For all the people you helped by making your pledge today, thank you.